this. Types of research. Now it's like it's not just one thing. Research. It's not just one thing. It is of different types depending on what we are trying to achieve. Okay, the major things that we will discuss are theoretical research or applied research versus applied research. Theoretical research is more about understanding the concepts, the fundamental principles, and their immediate practical applications. It is like Einstein working on relativity. It is not completely depending related to the medical system, but this relativity is the principle that we use in X-rays to get the image. CTs, MRIs, everything. All this is based on these theoretical research, this Einstein's relativity and everything. Applied research is we will use this applied research to solve our medical problems, like developing new drugs, some surgeries, vaccine development, diagnosing diseases, and everything. Coming to the preventive and therapeutic research, these include lifestyle interventions, screenings, health policies, and prevention of disease before occurring. And therapeutics, it's all about treatment. These, yeah. And the other type is bench-based research versus bedside research. This bench-based research, it is like it will happen in the lab. We will work on cells, tissues, animal models, and we will understand how this disease is growing, how these cancer cells are growing, how this drug is working, about the cell structure and everything. And this bedside research is we will work on real patients, clinical trials, these phases, different phases of clinical trials. I think you know about. We have heard so much of this during COVID pandemic. It's like maybe you might have heard the word bench to bedside. It is what translational research is. It is like converting this lab-based, this bench and bedside research directly to the patient. Coming to the exploratory research and confirmatory research is, it is like this exploratory research, it's like a detective work. We will explore everything. We will gather the data, we will observe the patterns, we will see how these viruses are working, we will understand their transmission process, and confirmation, we will do it on a large scale, we will validate the findings, we will do meta-analysis, and we will confirm. It's like exploratory research is like what if this happened, and the confirmation is does it really work. It will go like that. And implementation research and translation research is this will focus on taking the discoveries directly to the patient. Yeah. Going to the importance of research. Why the research is important? Can someone please tell me why this is important? At least in the chat, if you don't want to respond. Someone please. Yeah. For newer techniques, for improved patient care, identifying risks, improve public health policies, advancing technology. We need solutions and improvement of existing solutions. Yeah. And to extend our knowledge, to have a broader aspect of topic. Yeah. These are all. So I think you know about this, why this research is important. It is like research is the thing that keeps the medicine going forward. It's what makes the difference between, yeah, we think it works to we know this work. Okay? Okay. Moving to research ethics and integrity. Can you please move to the next slide? It is the most important aspect in the research. It is like if you don't do this research ethically without the credibility, it's just the harm but of no use. You should need informed consent. We have to maintain the confidentiality. And the main thing, do not fabricate the data and do not copy the data. No plagiarism and no data fabrication. It's these days, yeah. Okay, yes. Move to the next slide. Okay. Before going to this topic, there is one thing that I want to say is the character of a researcher, the good researcher. He or she, the researcher should be curious, they should be analytical, they should be ethical, and they should be persistent. Okay. Now, choosing the research topic. Yeah, now you understand why this is important, why the research is important, what is research and everything. Okay, now let's go to the next thing, choosing the research topic. This is where many people got stuck. It is like there are many factors to consider, many sources, and how to frame the question and everything. It is like this choosing the research topic is mostly based on your interest. And you can also take the clinical relevance, the feasibility, availability of resources in your place, and the time constraints, existing literature things, and also the ethical consideration. It is like maybe we cannot do on these pregnant lady, or maybe on the children. So we have to consider many things, and we have to choose the research topic. It's like you cannot blindly choose the research topic that you really want to, because we have to think about everything. Okay, can you please? And these sources of these research ideas, what we will, please, the previous one, please. Yeah, this the sources. What we will do is we have to do this. We have to see the research gap, these public health issues, new technologies. Now these artificial intelligence is evolving. It is coming like mushrooms everywhere. So we have to, recently everyone is thinking about that, and even you can choose those newer techniques, treatments. We can attend conferences, webinars, and join call for papers, and we can easily get the topic. Okay, now you got the topic. Now we have to refine your question. To refine your question, we need to see about the population. This PICO framework it is. It is like population, intervention, comparison, and outcome. And there is also something like FINER framework. These feasibility, interesting, novelty, ethical, and relevant. If you think it is feasible, it is related to most of the people, and it will provide more good outcomes, and it is novel, ethical, relevant. Yeah, we can refine the question and we can proceed into the research. Okay, next please, next slide. In this, many people will do some mistakes, and the common mistakes are being too vast. It's like we will just maybe, yeah, these molecular methods for HIV treatment. It is too vast. It's like either we have to say the proteins, the structural proteins or the functional proteins, or so that if you are specific, pinpoint, then it will be useful and it is feasible too. Overlooking ethical considerations, no, don't do that. Please be ethical. Take your IEC, Institutional Ethical Committee approval, see everything is good, and then proceed into the research, and don't neglect previous studies. It is like maybe we can find something useful for us and something that is not much useful in the previous studies. So that if you see those previous studies, what we will know is, okay, let's proceed, or okay, just wait, just dig up more. So please never neglect your previous studies. Okay. Choosing the right journal. Okay, now we have the your research topic, and it's like many of people, many of the researchers, what they think is this choosing the journal is at the end of the manuscript. After completing the manuscript, many of the people will choose that journal. But what I suggest is, please think about the journal. Please choose the journal. Either one or two or three. Keep your options open, and then go into writing these research work. Because it is like, if you choose a journal, we will prepare our manuscript according to their way. We will think according to them. We will prepare our manuscript according to them. And while choosing the journal, you have to see the scope aim of the journal, the impact factor, whether it is open access or closed access, their acceptance rate, their target audience, and everything. Because this choosing the right journal will save some time, and it will also help get it will also help you to improve acceptance rate for your article. And we can find these journals in I think many of you know Elsevier Journal Finder, and there are even Spinger's Journal Finder, PubMed Journal Finder, and Tyler and Francis Journal Finder. You can use many of these, or there are so many things available in the online. You can use them. You can use those journal finders, and you can select your journal. Okay, next slide. Okay, now beware of predatory journals. It is like, okay, now we have choose some journal, but we have to know if it is predatory or if it is a good journal. It is like they will charge you high fee without proper peer review. They will accept too quickly. It is like too good to be true. They will maintain fake impact factors, no proper editorial board, unprofessional websites, aggressive email invitations, and hidden fees. Some journals will say, okay, there is nothing much, just this. We have to pay $1,000 or so, and there is no other hidden fee. But yeah, there will be. They will charge you during your submission. They will say that it is for journal editing and other processing charges. So you have to pay all these things. They will say. But yeah, please keep in mind. Please don't fall for predatory journals. Okay. Okay. Now going to literature search and review. Why why we should do this literature search? It is like this research. It's not research is not in isolation. Good literature review will always help you. It's like you have to do this literature search to understand what's already done. To identify the gaps, to refine research questions, to choose the right methodology, to support our argument. It is like, yeah, we might have think that we will get this by doing this. This will be the outcome. Maybe this is the thing. So we have to do that literature. review first. And the sources are, yeah, many of you know PubMed, Scopus, Cochrane Library, Embase, Google Scholar, and there is IEEE Explore. It is like, it is mainly for engineering students and engineering researchers who are into this. But in these days, many of our medical field members are also concentrating on artificial intelligence, right? So if you want something related to artificial intelligence, something artificial intelligence and medicine, you can go through that IEEE Explorer. So it will help you gathering some researches. And there are also some other website like UpToDate, WHO, ICMR guidelines, CDC. We can get those too. And how to do this literature research using Boolean apparatus. What are these Boolean apparatus? They are, if you go to PubMed, if you have ever searched for something in the PubMed, you might have found something like and advanced. If you open PubMed, you will see something in the left below the search bar. You will see the term advanced. If you click on that, you will see those Boolean apparatus, and, or, not, type of article, type of journal, date, and everything. If you use those things, it will be better. You will get more relevant literature to your study. And can you please go to the next thing? Next slide, please. Yeah. Why all this is important? Define your research. All these things, if you go through the previous literature, then you can understand. You can understand what someone did and what you have to do. Then we can frame the research questionnaire based on, as I've already mentioned, PICO and FINER framework based on the population, intervention, and outcomes, so that it will be useful and your research will be impactful. Okay. Next one, please. Now, how to screen? Okay, now you have found something. Now maybe you have found some 100 articles, 100 things related to your work. How to screen? How to select the articles that are relevant to you? First, whether the title is matched to our research topic or not. Okay, now the title got matched. Then let's see the methodology. Okay, what are they doing? How are they doing? Are we intended to do in the same way? Yeah, okay. Now we will do in the same way. What are their inclusion and exclusion criteria? This is the most important thing we have to see while screening for the articles, because these inclusion and exclusion criteria, this will help us to find the inclusion and exclusion criteria even for our work, and to know whether to include that particular article into our references, so that if the methodology is unclear, if they are outdated, if they are contract, this is if you think that journal, you have mentioned about predatory journals, right? If you think the article is not from a trusted source, please don't try to include that. And selection of articles, prioritize high value articles, high quality studies. It is like first see for high quality journals, the titles that you have heard before, the journals, maybe the Nature, the Lancet, now these Emerging Curious, and whatever it is, this Bailey and Love, Bailey and Love. Yeah, so whatever it is, maybe from the books, or Taylor and Francis, whatever, maybe the journal or book, whatever and wherever. If you heard about that name, yeah. If you don't, if you did not heard about that, please try to avoid that paper. Consider impact factor of the journal. If you think the impact factor is a fabricated thing, it is not a. If you think that if you can see if the impact, if the article is, if the journal that we have selected is good or not in PubMed, in NCBI library, in Scopus, everywhere. You can search for the article. If you think, if you see that this journal is indexed in PubMed or Scopus, Embase, wherever, yeah, it is a good one. If you did not find out, please try to avoid that. Okay. Go to the next section, please. Okay. Now, article appraisal. This is the most critical thing before we start the study. It is like we have to assess the quality of the study. There are many guidelines like STROBE criteria to understand, to assess observational studies, PRISMA guidelines for systematic reviews, CONCERT guidelines, CONCERT criteria for randomized control trials. We will include many of these things. We will evaluate, we will identify the bias, we will see what are the confounding factors, are there any selection bias, are there any publication bias, is there any conflict of interest, anything, and we will see. And we will evaluate the study design. We will see the methodology. We will see whether that is similar to our methodology that we are thinking to do. We will see the validity and the reliability, and we will proceed to the next things. It is like this strong literature. This strong literature review it's like a literature review is not about summarizing the papers. It is analyzing them. We have to identify the gaps, build a strong foundation, and then with the right tools, we can proceed with good, impactful research. Yes, please. Now, okay, you have collected so many references. Maybe you have first you have searched in PubMed, you have sketched in Scopus, Embase, Google Scholar. You have found 500 articles. You have screened them according to titles, methodology, inclusion and exclusion criteria, and then you have screened the whole article. Now you have some bunch of maybe around 100 journals, 100 articles with you. Now you have to organize everything. It's not the work is not get completed if you just gather everything. You have to organize everything. If not, you will struggle later. Please organize everything while you are collecting. It will help you at the end while citing and things. So that if you organize these things, you can keep track, you can cite properly. And importance of this citation. We have to give the acknowledgement to the original authors and to avoid intellectual theft. You should not just copy other authors' work. It will so it's like it will help in support arguments. It will enhance the credibility. It will help the readers to understand. Okay, they have arranged in this way. They have collected in this, and to also avoid academic misconduct. And to avoid plagiarism, we should not try to avoid even self-plagiarism. You have already published one work, and you are including the same line from the same article into this new one. So try to even avoid that self-plagiarism. Try to avoid direct plagiarism, this paraphrasing. So please Don't do all those things. These are common citation styles. Vancouver style, I think Vancouver style, APA, Harvard, Chicago, and AMA style, and there are many other styles. But it is like Vancouver style, it is most commonly used for our medical and life sciences journals. No, the previous thing one. Sorry, can you move to the next one, please? Yeah, sorry. Okay. And APA style, it is used for psychology and social sciences articles. Harvard style, it is for, we can use this for multidisciplinary. And Chicago style for humanities and history and business related things. And okay, now we have collected, we have organized everything. How to organize all these things? We have to set the database wise or keywords wise or citation wise, or you can see over the quality and maintain the folder. Please try to maintain folders for each and everything so that it won't be messy at the last. If you forget this, then it will be very much difficult to organize, to cite everything. Okay. Yeah. And try to cite while writing the sentence. Common mistakes to avoid. Never use different citation styles other than the one prescribed by the journal. Try to use reference managers like Mendeley, I think Zotero, EndNote. All these are reference management tools. In those, you can select which type of article, which type of citation you need. Whatever may be the citation of the article, you can just select those. You can select the citation that you need. You can copy it and you can paste it in your article. Try to use those and it will help you in maintaining that proper citation. Just a minute. Please maintain the format. Please see before starting the journal or before identifying when you choose the journal, before starting writing the manuscript, please see the author guidelines. It is the most important thing we have to see before starting the manuscript. So that if you see those author guidelines, you will understand what the journal needs, how they want us to write the article, prepare the manuscript, how they want us to cite, what about the plagiarism, and everything. If you understand, if you read every line in the author instructions, it will be very easy for you. So please update your references. It is like if you see many of the journals, it is like if they publish one article, they won't try to update, but very few journals will update. It is like if the author told them we need to add this one point at the last, yeah, some journals will support that too. So please update when you finalize all these articles to include into your references list. Just check everything once. Check for any updates available for that journal, for that specific article, and then you can include. Thank you. Are there any doubts, please? Yeah, someone asked me how to differentiate a good and a bad journal. Yeah, it is like see for the impact factor and check whether it is indexed or not, whether the indexation is good, PubMed, Scopus, Embase, and many of the journals will mention that it is indexed in PubMed or Scopus and Embase everything, but they won't be available in those websites. They won't be indexed in PubMed. They won't be indexed in Embase. They won't be indexed in Scopus. So what you have to do is check. You have to check. Go to Scopus. You can just Google it. PubMed Journal Finder or Scopus. Type, copy paste the journal's name. See if you find something. See if it is currently indexed or not, and you can easily understand whether it is a good journal or a bad journal or anything. Yeah. Any other question? Please. How to get started on research as an MBBS student? Yeah, as I've told you, research it's not just a complex term. It is very simple. Everything that we do is research. It's like just how to get started is if you are interested in something, maybe if you are interested in cardiovascular diseases or specifically in these newer technologies of stunts or something or whatever, maybe the hypertension or diabetes or whatever, maybe stroke or things, please go to your specific, those department heads will be there. Please reach them, or maybe if not heads, or at least PGs. Many PGs will be closed. Maybe many of the PGs might not help if a first year or a second year student go and ask for research. They will just, okay, you will do research now. They will just comment like, okay, oh, you just want to do research now, and they will just give a smile and they won't care for you. If not, go to SR or an associate professor at least, and they will help you in choosing the topic, and you can do. First, what I suggest is, before going into writing original article and everything, please try to publish a case. It's like do a case report first. Case reports will help you in preparing the manuscript. They will help you in every aspect of the journal. It's just a case. This case report is like, you will go to every day. You will go to hospitals. You will take a case. You will talk with patients. You will take a case and everything, right? Please collect every detail about the patient. Please, if you think it is a good case, there is something I have never heard about this. Please take the case, take all the details to your SR or associate professor or someone, and they will say whether okay, it is a good thing, or okay, it's the most common thing we will see. So that it will be easy for you to start with. It is like if you do the case report first, we will get an idea how to do, what to do, and what are the mistakes that we are doing, and then you can go into these proper original research and review articles, systematic reviews, and anything. Okay. And sir, where can we find journals? What I understood from your question, where can we find journals, is it's like There are elsewhere Journal Finder, Scopus Journal Finder, Tyler and Francis Journal Finder. Just Google it. Medical Journal Finders. You will see some. Just if you prepare all, if you think if you think about the keywords, if you think about the topic, give the keywords to the Journal Finder. It will help you. It will give you a list of journals that are relevant. Or there is one trick that what I follow is to find a journal, to find a good journal that is relevant to my work is I'll see how many of my references are from a single journal. Okay, maybe there are maybe there are 20 references in my study, 5 from Nature, 5 from Lancet, and 1 from American Heart Association Journal, 1 from JAMA, and 1 from something other different. There are 1 or 2 from every other thing, and there are more number of articles from 2 or 3 journals. Then you can choose those journals even to submit your study, because it is like they have more relevant articles, relevant works related to you, so that it will be easy, even they will accept the things. So you can find the journals. What is citation? How to organize the data collected and how to do citation. Yeah, citation is like is just giving the credits to the others. Okay, now I have written this, how to put it. Now this is the seminar fundamentals on research. Now we are writing an article. What you have to do is you will copy, and you will copy something from this journal, right? So it's not like direct copying. It is like you like some points, you want to add that point into your study. So what you have to do is, okay, this is the point you have to add. Beside that, you have to give a bracket, mention the number, and below in the references, what you have to add is the title name, from which journal, from which volume, and everything. It is like if you use these what is it? Reference managers, citation managers, it will be easy. EndNote, Zotero, Mendeley, everything. There are if you just add your articles, your references, your reference, it will give you the citation in required style. I have not published any paper. How can I start? What can I do first? How to start a process? Please tell me in a brief, sir. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, please try to start with the case report. Please collect every detail of that case. Go to the case sheet, ask patient attendance, collect everything. Go to SR, any PGs, if you know there is some good PGs or some SRs or associate professors, or if you want, you can directly go to those HODs and someone, ask them if we can do, and they will help you with that. I'm interested in pediatrics. How to choose between topics and qualitative and quantitative, typical, atypical basis. Yeah, it is like you are okay. You are a secondary student. That's really good. Typical and atypical cases. It is like at this point of time, maybe if you are just entered into second year, you don't have much exposure to that pediatric things, and you might have just entering into your wards, and so if you think that this symptom is, I think this symptom is abnormal, please tell the same thing to your professor or to your guide or the faculty that present there. They will say whether it is typical or not. If you think if something is picking your brain, please pick that, throw it on your professor's face. Please tell me if it is typical or atypical. If it is atypical, yeah, proceed. If it is typical, then even you will understand. You will know, and then you can proceed with it. Sir, should we paraphrase the data we have taken from an article? It is like if you directly copy a sentence and if you directly copy paste it, it will be detected in plagiarism. I won't say copy, paraphrase, and paste it in your article. What I want to say here is read the whole sentence, read the whole para if possible, not if possible, read the whole para and then write the point that you understood from. In that way, you can include the point that you want to include, you can include the point that you want to say, and you can avoid this plagiarism too. Sir, could you please type names of journal finders and citation managers? Yeah. If you are in WhatsApp group, I'll send there. It will be helpful even for everyone. Okay. Okay. What is review article? What is research paper? And so many terms. Please explain. Yeah. It is like case reports, original research, narrative review, systematic review, and meta-analysis. These are the main things that many of us focus. And the case report is, as I've already mentioned, maybe something particular about a single case or most common things in multiple cases. It is what we will talk in case reports. Original research work. It is like we will do some research. Okay. Now it is 10 sleeping patterns. All we are medical students. What I want to do is sleeping patterns of all medical students is getting disturbed because of maybe because of these webinars or classes, or maybe they are playing, or they are doing something, they are talking on phones using electronic devices, or whatever, maybe exams, or they are not getting sleep, whatever. What I want to know is whether these sleeping, okay, I know that these sleeping patterns are getting disturbed. Now what I want to know is how much these disturbed sleeping patterns is affecting their regular lifestyle. Yeah, okay, this many people have already did this so much times, so many times before. What is the newer in this? See if there are any new articles in your area, in your particular area, related to your particular journal, in your particular generation, and you can see compare. Okay, how much they are sleeping, and what are the effects. It is like original article. It is like we will do something and we will publish that. We will say the results. Review paper is we will collect all the data that is already present. We will, and then we will, it is like summarizing everything. And this narrative review and systematic review, there is a main difference is narrative reviews is a qualitative part. Systematic review is a quantitative part. Narrative review, systematic review is all about math. Narrative review is just the theoretical thing. So does doing citation is not comes under plagiarism? What is the difference, sir? If you copy paste, it is plagiarism. Citation is what I'm telling is, if you copy paste one point directly from one article into your article, it is plagiarism. What we have to do is, we have to read the whole the sentence, the para, and mention the thing that you understood from that. And why you have to mention, yeah, you asked why you have to do this citation. It is like, yeah, you find this sentence, this point from this particular article, this particular author, this particular researcher has already did this work, they have mentioned this. So I'm talking about that particular point, and you have to mention from which journal, which article you have choose that, you have pick that, and you will mention that in the references. Does ethical committee is mandatory in case reports? Yes. Ethical committee approval is like, if you talk with a patient or if you talk with a human subject, yes, ethical committee approval is required, whatever may be the type of work you are doing. But for review articles, you do not need any ethical committee approval, because you are not dealing with the patients, you are dealing with the data that has already got published. So review articles, you do not need anything. I'm a second year student. I have been recommended to start with an abstract before actually setting for clinical research. How do I go about this? I do not have any previous exposure to proper guides in my college. Okay. It is like, what I think your professor told you is the abstract, the term that your professor told is, read the abstract from the article that you have found, so that you will understand what they did, how they did, what are the results they got. I think that's the thing. But abstract is like, it's the summary. It is like you have 10 pages of your research work, you have to write that in 2 paragraphs. It is abstract. The summary of your research is your abstract. So if you read that abstract, you will understand what they did, how they did, and you can see that. I think I have cleared your doubt. If not, please text again. So will you suggest a good topic for research? It is like this Pico and Finer. If pick a topic in which, pick a area in which you are interested, think about the outcomes, think about the feasibility, ethical considerations, and you will get the topic in your particular interested area. Yeah, they have mentioned about writing an abstract on your own. If you complete your article, if you complete your manuscript, then yes, you can, because abstract is like, it's summary of your whole work. You can write summary if you have all your data, right? So abstract writing, what we generally do with abstract writing is the last part that we will do for a manuscript. Yeah, sir, any research courses for beginners? Yes, there are some courses. It is, I think many of you heard about NPTEL, Swayam app. I'll just type that. Just a minute. Okay, I'm unable to type here. It is Swayam NPTEL Basic Course in Biomedical Research. Just Google NPTEL Basic Course in Biomedical Research, or you can install Swayam app through Play Store or App Store. Search for Basic Course in Biomedical Research. You will see some courses. You will see a course. Please enroll. Please try to complete all those things. You will understand what to do and how to do, and it will be easy even for you. If I am doing research by Google Form questionnaire, then also ethical committee approval is needed. It is like okay. Now I want to ask you: are you using any this artificial intelligence tool for your medical education? Are you using ChatGPT for seeing the medical diagnosis? Google's Gemini or Claude or whatever things, or all these type of things. If you ask these type of questions, or are you using smartwatch? Do you think it is helpful? All these type of questions and questionnaire, ethical committee approval is not needed. But once again, please go to your IEC department head. There will be one who runs this IEC department. Please go to them, because even many questions, it is like if you deal with a patient or a person, something that is related to any disease or anything, yeah, we need ethical committee approval. So, where to learn systematic review and meta-analysis? Can you recommend a best platform? Systematic review and meta-analysis. Yeah, we are planning to do a session even on that. But systematic review and meta-analysis, it is like gathering all the work that is previously done, and we will summarize all. It's like we will summarize all those things. It will. It's like, yeah, we will guide you in the next upcoming sessions. Any advice for USMLE aspirants regarding research? Yeah, one thing that I want to say is, please don't do research for USMLE purpose. If you want publications for USMLE and if you want to do research, please don't. If you are really interested in research, then yeah, because wherever USMLE or PLAB or AMC or Canada, or even if you are in India, you need research. So yeah, USMLE aspirants is it's like you need some articles in your what many people say is you need some articles in your CV that will help you. But yes, please don't do this research work for USMLE purpose. Please do the research work as you are interested in if you are interested in research. Yeah, I think all of your questions got answered. Are there anything else? Did I miss any question? Juha? Someone please respond.
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Yeah, okay. Go to the next slide. Yeah. Please take the membership of Games, Elite membership. That membership will give you the certificates, and it will also help you in joining into our research groups. We will be added and we will help you. We will guide you in on research, paper, post presentations, and authorship will be only given to elite members according to the games, Karnataka and things. And please try to take membership. We will also send the membership link in our WhatsApp group. Please try to take the membership. It will also help you to get the certificates, and all those certificates will be useful for USMLE or wherever it is international medical career, they will be useful. Yeah. Next slide, please. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was really a wonderful session.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shall we close?
Yeah, sir. Let's close it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll send you the recording, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
We'll meet you in the next session.